Fire.
Kinda girls over
Yeah. Where are you, Kayla? Why can't I find you? Kayla, I miss you so much. Yo, we back. Cherubs Talk, episode 20 fucking 8, I think. It's your girl, Bodega Gab, as usual. But who's here with me? Who's in the room? I ain't never met these people. Just kidding, just kidding. But, yo, I got a special little co-host today. If you're watching, you may know him. You may not. Introduce yourself, friend.
Hello. I took Kayla's spot. Kayla is no longer a cherub. I am the new cherub. My name is Donavon, and I'm here to stay.
Amen. Kayla, you done. You cut off.
You're done.
And then we got another special guest with us, the one, the only. Introduce yourself.
What's up, everybody? My name is LBezzle. Some people call me Lord Bezzle. And I'm now the third cherub of the show, so I'll be starting today.
Cherubs takeover.
Yeah,
it's
we're taking
over
over.
for these hoes, you know? We gotta eat them up. But yo, it's a beautiful day. I want to do something right now. I'm like Oprah today. I don't know if y'all know the holiday, Easter. Check behind your seats. I got a little present for y'all.
Oh shit!
There's a little something. Don't worry. Don't get scared. Behind your bag. Yeah.
Oh.
Check it out, yo.
Wow.
I don't know if y'all see me do a little sneaky sneak.
Oh wow.
Kurt's might be a little messed up. I know one of them's
It's
missing a
all
little
right.
eyeball.
I still love him.
You know, a little chocolate
This
bunny.
this just brought me back to the '90s.
Dead ass.
Like for real. I haven't had a chocolate lollipop since I probably was a kid.
I hope
No, this is so nostalgic. Thank you.
to bring things like that.
This just
I love
warmed
that.
my heart.
I love that. Beautiful. Yo.
I'm gonna go to my little brothers and just be like, look what I got. I got chocolate. You don't. I'm gonna go tease my niece later.
Were you a fan of Easter as a kid?
Yeah, it was Easter was cool. When I was a kid, we used to go to my grandma's church. Every time. That was like the only time we saw my grandma. No, we saw her other times, but no, we used to have fun, man. Yeah, me and the brothers, you know, family bonding and everything, and of course everybody cooked. So this is the day where you rack up on plates. You know, you just go to everybody's house and just get the soul food. You know.
True. Easter in my house, surprisingly, it's always been almost like a second little Christmas. Like, my parents they went hard on Easter. It wasn't just like the basket. Like, the basket had like a little toy in there. I was like, oh, going crazy, you know? So I appreciated Easter. And I definitely appreciated the family. It brought us all together, you know, beautiful thing. And you yourself, that's like a big theme in your music. A lot of, like, you know, family, religious themes. Can you tell us about that?
Oh yeah, man. So I rap about God. I rap about my life experiences. I rap about the darkness that I have been through because I am not exempt. Nobody is exempt. But it helped shape me to be the man who I am today. I try to uplift as much as possible with my lyrics because the music nowadays is just taken over by entities and people that if I start talking about, they might target me. So we're not gonna talk about them. But that's the whole reason why I grip a microphone and I speak into it is because we need to really uplift each other. We need to get back to the essence. We need to get back to who we are as people because there's a lot of influences out there and it's very easy to get influenced and tempted and to go different routes. But, you know, this is what I do it for, you know, is to breathe, to speak life into people, you know, so.
Mm-hmm. And I got something. Maybe you could finish it off for me. I know. Number 1, never bite the hand that feeds you. 2, never curse God.
Yeah.
3, never awaken love without the intention of loving. And then what else?
Number 4 is get about the matrix. And number 5, basically, you know, do what you love, do everything that you love and make sure that nobody stops you, you know. So
that's some of the 10 conscious commandments released in October. Your latest single, I believe.
Yes, with my brother Sati, one half of Outliers.
Okay.
I love you, bro. Definitely, man. One of the most conscious brothers that I know, and he really represents what it means to really, you know, be positive in this music, man. So shout out to Sati.
And those things that you say in the song, are those some things that you really live by?
Yes, definitely. Like I definitely wouldn't have made the song if I didn't.
Of course.
It definitely was one of those songs. And the cool thing is, me and Sadi, we were in the park, like a couple of days, and we literally crafted that song from the ground up. Like I had the beat already, and we literally sat there and we created everything about that song, and it was a beautiful thing. It was amazing. I loved it. It was a great experience.
I definitely love that. I noticed something when I first saw you at Mad Minds, and for East Side, people went crazy. And especially you had like a little entourage with you.
Oh yeah.
And do you always like carry people around you? Do you have like a group that you trust and
Oh yeah, man, definitely. My brothers, number one, is always with me all the time. I have 4 brothers. We all from New Brunswick. So they come with me everywhere I go. And then a lot of my boys, a lot of my friends that I grew up with and doing this music, they come with me everywhere I go. Mad Minds, shout out to Turk. That is my brother. I love you, bro. For real. Like, dude, like, he knows. I'll talk forever about Turk, man. But definitely appreciate everybody that comes out and supports. East Side is definitely like the New Jersey anthem for right now. When people hear the song, it's a blessing that they accepted it so much and like they loved it. I remember when I was in my car writing it, that was the first song I wrote for my album. Actually, that song is actually the song that started me to write the rest of the album. And when I had got the hook, that beat that beat that I had a whole nother song to it. Actually, it was a whole nother thing. And I was sitting there, and then all of a sudden, I was like, I'm from Jersey. And then I started saying all these things about things. And then I was like, East Side. And I just started like jumping in my car. I don't know if you can jump in your car because I'm saying that. But like my car was like rocking. Yeah, it was one of those. And I was like, oh my God, this is it. And then I recorded it, dropped it. And now it does numbers. It's going crazy right now. It's over 100,000 streams on Spotify. The video just dropped January 20th.
Yes,
Go
I was
check it
gonna
out.
say video was good as well. Definitely check that out.
Yeah, shout out to Thorough Entertainment, one of the best production companies I've ever worked with. If we need DJing, video, photography, they do it all. And I definitely had to pick them to do the video because they just been rocking with me for so long, and they did an incredible job. We were supposed to shoot it in June. Then it got pushed to like September. Then it got pushed to like October. It's on God's time, man. Like I'm telling you, when you will, I have experienced what I call divine delay. And a lot of times you're like, yo, it's coming out this day. God's like, no, it's not. And just go with it. Believe me, there's something better happening. So Eastside came out through all of that. And it turned out to be one of the best songs, my number one song right now. So.
And it really was. It was such a crazy experience. I was even over there screaming, yes.
Yeah.
But
It's infectious.
I wanted to ask. I know you say you write in your car. Do you normally do that?
Yeah. I'm always like that. My car is like my home away from home. That's where I go. That's like my dwelling place. You know, I'm like, oh, I'm outside. You know, and I write a lot of music in my car. Like me and my car have a very special connection.
I do the same thing. Is it kind of like because for the reason I do it is kind of just to get away from everybody and kind of just have a time where you're not distracted by anything and just can have that space to yourself. And I think it also sounds kind of like different when you're in like a little car and just like singing to yourself as well.
You hear everything. You hear all your vocals. You know.
Yeah.
You hear that. And my car is it's funny. It's like you're inside but you're outside.
Yeah,
you know. So
exactly.
that's like the little dynamic that I have, and you know, I can do anything in my car, you know. So that's my riding place. If I'm not in my house or I'm outside in nature or somewhere, but my car is like 90% of my music. So yeah,
So, nah, me too.
car warriors for life.
Car warriors.
Car warriors, bro.
I need me a car. I'm one of those passenger princesses, as they say.
Oh, well, okay.
I
You don't gotta drive.
but I want to. It's nice to have that freedom, you know. I want to be a bird, you know. fly away. But if only we could all have wings. You know?
One day
You do
one
have
day.
wings.
Don't get me started.
Don't get me man.
Right. Nah,
What?
tell the people. But no. Would you say that you've, progressed a lot within the past 6 years? Like I was doing a little digging, and then the first thing I seen on your YouTube was the Mad at Us music video. A nice little homemade music video,
Yeah.
But still like such a strong message with your words and stuff. I got things like people confronted by the devil and wish to make a deal. Still more religious theme, and tell us
Yeah.
about that. Where did the music like start up?
That's where the music started up.
Yeah, it did
Yeah.
say official debut.
Yes. That was, oh man, y'all take me back. I might even start tearing up on this. Like, for real. This is like what that song means to me is like everything. A lot of people, a lot of people know certain things about me, but there's a lot that people don't know. And when I had done that song, I was in the middle of a massive spiritual awakening. Like, this changed my entire life, and this is why I do everything that I do now. Is based off of that music video. And the wild part about it is like I just had my boy shoot it for me. Like, he just had a camera, and I was like, yo, let's just go and just do this, because I knew I had something to say. And that was like a compilation of like all the feelings and thoughts that I had at the time. I had just lost my job at that point. I had my car stolen. My uncle stole my car. I'm not even gonna get into all that,
Family
but
do those things.
yeah, they might do things like that. But I was going through like my biggest test of time, and it was one of those things where God sat me down. He was like, "You have a choice." And my God rest their soul, both my grandparents, they've even came to me as well, validating what God was telling me. And he said, you basically have a choice. You can either continue living the life that you were living, or you can go this way, which is, the yellow brick road, and standing at the crossroads right there, because I've come from the darkness too. I was in the streets heavy. I was hanging out with people I shouldn't have been hanging out with. I was getting in trouble. You ever get in trouble and you're like, I didn't do anything, but you did. Like, you were there, right? You did something. So I was getting caught in all these little scenarios and stuff, and God was like, you have a choice, bro. Like, you can either go that way, go this way. And I chose the other way, and it just manifested into everything that you see now, because I could have continued leaning on my own understanding, which is what I tell a lot of artists all the time. You do not want to lean on your own understanding. You need help down here. Like, it doesn't matter how good you think you got it or how great of a skill you have, you need help. And that song, God gave me that song, and I put it out, and it jump started every single thing that I'm doing right now. So I thank God for literally breaking me, because you have to get broken down in the darkness in order to get built up in the light, and that's just that's just truth. There's nothing else. Either gonna go this way, or you're gonna go that way. Just, it's like the same thing with your intention. What's your intentions? Are your intentions pure for doing this, or are your intentions you're trying to just do this, you're trying to get that? And God will show you who's king, depending on what you did. And he will humble you, or he will try, or he will uplift, simply like uplift you and continue to give you and bless you the way that you deserve to be. So that song was my spiritual awakening song. So yeah, mad at us, because they still mad at us. It's like, yo, why they mad at us for? We just trying to live. I even said it in the song. I was like, we just want to drop top. That's it. So that song is very special to me.
They will. They'll hate just for living.
Oh yeah. Oh, they'll see you doing good, or seeing, oh, how come he has this? How come he has that? You don't know what I've lost to gain this. I had to sacrifice everything, for this. And I saw the light at the end of the tunnel. God gives you that, like, he's like, yo, you don't have to, like, look at what you're gonna get if you give this up. And that's what it is. And you get these visions, and you'll see it. You'll know what it is that you're gonna get. And it's just like, are you gonna, have the mentality to move in that direction? And that's mainly what I try to tell everybody all the time, man. Like, so yeah, mad ass.
Some people, I would say, even like they get comfortable, and I mean, obviously, yeah, people get comfortable in like the bad habits and like the misery. Let's say, like, because even some people will literally, these things are making you miserable. You're not even happy because obviously someone starts off doing these things because like it gives them that high or whatever it is you're chasing, but you could just fall into that hole and just choose to be there because I don't know what it is, but people do. They get scared to break out. They get scared of being something better.
So you gotta believe, man. A lot of people, like, they say they want to do something, but it's like they don't believe in themselves fully. It's like you have to know that this is gonna work out. Like, when I started this music, I knew. Like, there is not one bone in my body that doubts anything that I do. And you have to know God is in you, and you have to know that He's helping you to achieve whatever it is that you choose to achieve. And if you want to, like I said, if you want to go on your own and not get help and just, do this and go about life the regular way, it's not going to work. I've been there. I know. There is nothing on the other side. There's nothing but pain and misery. So shout out to everybody who is following their dreams and continues following their dreams.
Real shout out to them.
Yeah.
Conversations like this are important because let's say seriously, like if someone as myself, before this, I look from the outside in, it just looks like, oh, you're a guy, you're rapping, you got the Billion Bars Club. We'll talk about that in a second. But like, it just looks like you're so successful and you found your path. But like you said, people don't know what you've lost to come here, what you've been through, what you've.
Yeah. And you're even with even when you're on your path, you're going to go through it. I tell people, like, just because I might be smiling a lot or you see my pictures on Instagram where I'm just having the time of my life, like, people don't see the times where I'm in my room at the edge of my bed, like, making executive decisions, or I'm like in the corner of my room, like, tearing up or crying because, like, it can get overwhelming a lot. It can get a lot. There's a lot of energies, especially when it comes to shows. It's a lot of energies that we deal with. And I go through it just as much as the next man, like, and I thank God for still continuing to allow me to mess up and make mistakes and to fail and to not have it all together still, because I know in time, on God's time, it will happen. So there might be something I'm not seeing or a small aspect of this, and it's like only time will allow me to gain that information, or I haven't met the right person yet for that, or I have to be at the right place at the right time, and then I'm like now I can see this and this and this, and then it gets incorporated, So a lot of times it's okay to not have it all figured out. I tell everybody, you have to dive into whatever you're trying to do. You will figure it out as you go along, because if you sit here and try to get everything perfect beforehand, you're not gonna start. Like, you're just not gonna start. So just jump in, even if you're like 10% prepared, and it's all gonna come. And that's exactly what I did. I jumped in and I had nothing figured out. I had nothing figured out at all. So
and
yeah.
you learned a lot, like, along the way.
Oh yeah. Just seeing other people and just I've studied other people that has shows and stuff as well, and just seeing how they did things, seeing how to move with the people, and most importantly, the number one tip I can never give anybody just doing anything is literally, I tell people, I shut up and listen. Sometimes you just gotta listen to the people. The people put Billion Bars Club and all my other shows together because I listened to what they wanted. It's not what you want, it's what they want. It's the shows for them. So if you pay attention, the people will put everything together for you. So just something to keep in mind, if anybody's trying to do anything.
No, seriously,
Yeah.
we've got Kurt right here doing the UD shows almost every week. I was gonna ask, like, what advice do you have for someone that's trying to start up their own shows? You know, get venues into things like that because it's inspirational.
Um, so the first thing that I would say, if you're ever trying to start a show or just having any type of gathering of any sort, the first thing that you need to figure out is why you're doing it for. Because you don't want to build something on a cracked foundation. You want to have a solid foundation. This is exactly why I do this, so that when you're on show number 6, 10, even 100, you're not gonna stop. You know why you're doing it for. Um, and just at the end of the day, you got to get out there and you got to network. You got to know people. You have to talk to people. You have to um, you'll know what to do. You'll know like you know when you want to do something, it's like you already know like the first kind of 2 people to call or like text, you know. So the number 2 is definitely networking. You definitely want to have like a good base of people that are, you know, doing photos, doing videos, doing hosting and things like that, and actually have a good relationship with them. John Wick, which is one of my favorite movies, talks about the commerce of relationships. That's the most important thing. It's not money. It's not anything. I tell people you will make more money shaking somebody's hand than you will at a job. And your relationship with people is going to get you further than anything else in life, period. Because there's people that out here, you'd be very surprised. They want to help you. I have people all the time hit me up. I don't know what I want to do. I just want to help you. And it's a major blessing. And this will happen. The more you network, the more you get out there, and the more that you value your relationships with people, that is going to be the building blocks for every single thing that you do. So those are like the 2 main things. And the third one, which should be the first one, is make sure God is in it fully. If God is not in it, you will not win it. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. You know, so yeah.
I really like your list too, especially the know why you're doing it for the to be the first one, because that's exactly what I was my mindset was with like everything, just why I was doing it, what was the purpose behind it, and that coincides with like what you said about it's the people who kind of take control of everything because it's just based off of what they want to do, and it's dope that like you being an artist and like us being artists as well, we have a lot of those same things, like we have a lot of those same like interests and like values that we share. So it's really dope that you do that because like a lot of those people are like us.
Yeah, and literally, like, you know, we're people too, man. Like we all started from the bottom. We all started somewhere. Like I remember my first single release party. There was like probably about like 30 or some odd people, my closest friends that were there. But like it was just something we just started. I just did it on a whim, you know, and like that's another example of just diving in, you know, and just you'll find it out, and you're gonna find your tribe when you do this.
When did you start throwing shows?
Oh man. So I started doing single release parties.
Mm.
So the 7th, the 7 is a very big number in my life. That's the number that God talks to me through. That's also the number associated with my awakening, and that it goes back to that. But I started doing single release parties. I was at I was rocking with Caroline. My first one was Caroline. She was a open mic coordinator for one of the local bars in New Brunswick, and she allowed me to do a rap show, and I told her it was going to be good. So, and she allowed me to do that, and after that, I started going to Green Turtle.
Where's that?
That's in North Brunswick.
Oh,
Actually,
all the
it's a sports
venues
bar.
are in North Brunswick.
Yeah, it's a sports bar in North Brunswick that I was having. I was furthering the single release parties, and a lot of people were coming out. It was starting to gain a lot of traction, and after that, I took like a small break because I had to regroup and try to figure out what it is on a bigger scale that I wanted to do. And out after that came Billion Bars Club. Actually, before Billion Bars Club, we were at Seed Burger, which was a vegan burger spot in New Brunswick. They're not there anymore. It was called Bars and Burgers, and I did that with my tour mate Nikki Strings, who I went on tour with. And then after that, that's when Billion Bars and the Rose City shows and stuff came after that. So I've been doing shows for about 4 to 5 years.
Is
at this point. Yeah, man.
do you feel like it's do you feel like it gets better every time you do it?
Oh yeah, definitely. Because I always learn. I'm always learning. I'm always observing and seeing stuff. I'm like, oh, I can do that better. I could do that better. It's funny, like when people come up to me, they're like, "Oh, this is an amazing show. This is great," and I'm in the back like, "No, this is wrong. This is messed up. I messed this up." Then it's just like they're not gonna see it, and that's just one of the things that it's just funny, like but they always get better and better and better because I'm always learning. I'm always seeing. I'm always talking to the people like, hey, if there's anything that you would add, like what would you add to this, or what would you like to see here more, and we incorporate it. We do like we all any type of money that gets made from the show, it goes back into the people, So that's one of the reasons why it's been going on for a while, and now we're at Billion Bars Club 31, and so shouts to that. We made it to 30. Made it to over 30 shows incident free, and we're gonna continue to be incident free, and we're gonna continue to harbor safe spaces for people to express themselves. So
That's sick.
so yeah.
That's sick as fuck.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I've been doing it for like 2 years too, and I see that same thing, just like
Yeah.
that constant. Everything just gets better as time goes on. You just learn everything as time goes on as well. Do you perform at your shows?
Okay, so I'll like there's sometimes where I'll perform at a show, and then sometimes I'll just like kind of chill off in the back. I might pepper myself in. I always say like I just go in and just do something every now and then. A lot of times when artists have songs featuring me, I'll invite them to come and just perform the song
Yeah.
like with me. Like, yeah, just come on. We're gonna go on at this time, and we'll just rock out. A lot of times I'll probably just do like one song. I just go up and just do East Side or something like that right in the middle of the show, just to get people hyped up. I might wait to the end. Sometimes I just won't perform at all. Sometimes I just want to like vibe out and just see what everybody else brings.
Yeah.
So it's funny because I go out to so many shows and people are like, "Yo, are you performing? Are you performing?" I'm just like, "Nah, I'm chilling." They're like, "What?" Like I'm just like, "Nah, bro, I'm just cooling right now." So it's cool to. It's cool that people want me to perform, yo. So it's a major blessing. But yeah. So every now and then I perform at my shows.
Yeah, no, I think that speaks a lot to like your care for like the artist as well, by just really just providing that platform and not even like worrying too heavily about performing yourself, but just like having that platform for other artists. It's dope.
Yeah, exactly. And just some of these, I mean, I tell you, these artists are amazing. I tell them all the time, I will put the artists in New Jersey against the industry any day, and we will win. Y'all not gonna win.
There's no
It's too
industry
much
without
talent.
the artist.
Exactly. And we'll win all day long. Like there is no doubt in my mind. I know like one person I go win against the industry. They'll literally dominate like half the industry. So it's really amazing to see these artists pull up to the shows.
Yeah, and kind of like you said earlier, with like having that power within your own hands, then you don't even really need like the industry, like a label or nothing like that. Like the power's in the artist's hands when it's like making our own like platforms and like supporting each other in that way.
Yeah, definitely. And that's one of the reasons why too. A lot of people, I scream it from the mountaintops. I have free artist consultations. They're not going to be free for too much longer. Okay, and I teach artists how to stay independent, what it looks like to be independent, what you need to do with your songs when you have them, how to build your brand so that you're taken seriously, how to roll out properly. Because people that you either drop music or you gotta roll it out. There's like just ways to do it, and I'm here for that. And I want to teach independent artists to do that because I know a lot of artists do not want to go to a label and get told what to do. If you're watching this, I know you do not want to get told what to do. So and not to say it's a bad thing. There are good labels out there, and I still do believe that you can still get a good deal from one of these labels, but there's always a catch somewhere. And with this, when you're independent, there are no catches. The only catch is you. And I'm here to teach. If there's any artists out there, get with me. I will show you how to make hundreds and thousands on the music industry on your own. And that's what you want, right? Like that's what the artists want. So that's another thing that we provide for that. So it's an incredible thing, man. It's beautiful.
Get on that.
Yeah, ASAP.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Get on that.
Especially you saying it's not gonna be free much longer.
Mm-hmm.
And I see, yo, another thing. The first thing I noticed at Mad Minds, the fit.
Oh yeah.
Yo, some of the, and then of course I had to go through the Instagram. So I'm like, yo, fit after fit after fit. Is fashion something that you think about heavily, or are you just like a nonchalant guy, like, nah, I just got this thread in my closet, or
Yeah, no, like I really think that's part of your brand. I really think about it. um, I noticed when I first started, even before music, I noticed that people would compliment like some of the things that I wore. So I was like, all right, now that I'm in the music and there's more people looking, I'm like, I'm gonna, up the ante a little bit. So I'll actually explain like some of my fits that I do. So, my three brand colors are white, black, and burgundy, or you would say crimson red. Crimson red is like my favorite color. Just like no color better than that. I don't know why. It just is. Um, and this goes back to like my granddad. My grandfather told me one of the most powerful prayers that you can say. It's not really even a prayer, but it is a prayer. It's just a phrase when you just say the blood of Jesus. If you're looking at a situation that might go negative, or if you're in a situation that you're just like, oh my gosh, you just say the blood of Jesus, and it's actually one of the most powerful things that you can say in this universe. And so a lot of times you'll see me wearing all red or all burgundy, and that's me wearing like the phrase, like I'm wearing the blood of Jesus. So that's one of the reasons that color is part of my brand. Also, I have two people that I work with when it comes to my image. There's my seamstress that I have. A shout out to Diamond. Her business is Dime Pieces. If you ever see me wearing the capes with the hoods on it, she makes all those for me, customized like herself. Um, that just pretty much goes back to a past life of mine, actually, that I have been aware of for a while now. And I believe that comes from that time. So I have a couple different capes that I wear, Cape Crusader, if you will. So I'll wear those like big shows. I'll wear the cape. And then shout out to my brother T Cozy. He's the one that did the custom outfit at my last Mad Minds. So yeah,
I love that.
he is amazing. He is very conscious. He man, I don't even know how much he paints. He paints all day, like all day long. And y'all gonna see another custom by him come the April Mad Minds. So yeah, that's coming. It's gonna be fire. Oh, it's gonna be fire. And ever since he made that one for me, I walked up to him and I was like, "You're part of the brand now." Like, yeah. So every Mad Mind, you're gonna see me draping some new T Cozy. So just stay tuned. But shout out to T Cozy, man. He comes and vends at my shows as well. And when I tell you, he's one of the most pivotal people that I've met in this life. I thank God that I met him, and God uses him in so many different ways. Not only does he paint and draw and does all that, but he also is an incredible musician as well, man. He is an incredible artist. He just dropped a new song called Move, which is fire. So go check that out. Shout out to T Cozy, man. Love you, bro.
Shout out to T. How's everyone's paintings coming along?
I'm trying very hard.
I got some sky going on here.
So do I.
I'm starting off on my bunny. I don't know.
Kayla's
Setting the
pins.
stage.
I mean, Gab's pins be low key nice as fuck.
Stop.
So I'm trying my hardest.
Not at all.
Trying to live up to her standards.
This is
I'm
Okay.
Kayla.
the name in which we do not speak. So what did you grow up listening to? Like, who can we find, Lord Bezzle bumping in the car? Or like, who's your inspiration? Who's the
Oh man, I got
the spark?
I got a couple of inspirations. Number one, the person who was painted on my last outfit, which was MF Doom.
Oh, my boy.
Um, When I tell you, the first time I heard Doom was the Mad Villainy album. I'm pretty sure everybody knows Mad Villainy. I don't think I played that album more than that. When I heard him rap, it was way more unconventional than what I grew up listening to. I grew up listening to Dr. Dre, Eminem, Snoop Dogg. Y'all know everybody, Jay-Z, everybody, but Eminem was one of my favorites. personally, but when I heard this man and how he broke the mold, and he was just rapping about stuff that you just don't even rap about in a way that you're like, yo, I have to run this song back like 6 times just to get like what he said in the first 4 bars. And I was like, no. I was like, this is impossible. Like, I was like, no, this is unbelievable. Like what I'm hearing, I'm like, I'm like, it can't be this unconventional. Like, I was like, no, this is way too indie. I was like, yo, he's on a label? Like, what label? I know he was on Stone's Throw, with I think the owner of Peanut Butter Wolf. he does the Stone's Throw. And I was just like, yo, he wears a metal mask. His voice sounds very, very different. And he had a song about piss that would just shit on your favorite rapper's favorite song. Like, I'm like, yo, who is this guy? And I heard Mad Villainy, and I started getting more acquainted with Madlib, and one of the super producer. And Doom made it okay for me to like rap about what I wanted, and he really like blew that mold wide open. Like, you know the regular song, verse hook, and then that's it. He was just rapping straight through the beat, and I was like, when I first started rapping, that's what I did. I didn't like hooks. I'm not a hook person. Yes, I can write a hook for you. It'll be fire. Yes, you heard Eastside already. It's all but of one word. But when I was still rapping before I was coming on, I just wanted, just give me the beat, and I got the one long rap, ain't no hooks or nothing. It's just I'm not a rapper. I'm a freestyler, really. I'm a spitter. I spit. That's what I do. And when I heard Doom, I was just like, yeah, he made it okay for me to like be myself on a song, and that's one of my major inspirations. My other inspirations like Lupe Fiasco as well. Man, listen, if you never heard The Cool, I don't know what to say. That was probably one of the most intelligent articulations of rap that I've heard. Even some of his mixtapes, Revenge of the Nerds and stuff like that, was some of the. He had songs too. You got to run it back like 10 times because you're gonna miss it. You're gonna miss what they're saying. Big L was when Casualties of a Dice Game was the first Big L song I've ever heard, and I think I fell down when I heard it. I was like, I almost fell out my seat. And then the people that really, I'm talking about, really inspire me even nowadays, is actually some of my bros that I do music with. I'm talking about people, they've been making music for a very long time, and I get very inspired by them. There's Remember SB. He's been rapping forever, and the way he just attacks the track is just amazing to me, man. Like, so I learned a lot from him. My brother JP, he also goes by Jaws P. He's from DC, the DMV area, and he just has different flows and the way he thinks and everything like that. I seen a lot of myself in him when I met him, and he inspires me a lot. He has a studio as well too, and he just goes hard. He's always dropping something new. Artists like Trippy Troy, who just headlined Billion Bars Club 29. He's a singer. The way he thinks and just how he puts stuff together is just incredible, man. Like, I'm talking about, there's some real masterminds out here, So it's really incredible to see them, and they inspire me to be better. They inspire me to work better on my crafts. And when I just see them in the studio just doing whatever they do, it just it lights a fire up in you. When you're seeing somebody doing what they love, and you doing the same thing, you're just like, yo, like after you see somebody in the studio, like, yo, I want to get in the studio too, like, so. But yeah, those are some of my inspirations. I also like the old school jams too. I listen to rock. I listen to everything. One of my favorite rock groups, honestly, is Muse. I love Muse. I love Interpol, actually. I love listening to Afro beats. R2B's one of my favorite artists. And plus, just hearing new music by people that you've never even heard before is also just inspiring. I'm always hearing new music and new artists and stuff like that. So it's just enough just to move me. So those are some of my inspirations.
New artists always inspire me as well. Just listen, like discovering new artists that you never heard of who kind of make music like in the same genre.
Yeah.
Do you ever listen to a new artist that you never listened to and like get inspired to make some completely different shit?
Yeah, I have. Like, so I can't sing, or at least people like, I'll harmonize a little bit, but I'm telling you, man, like these R&B songs or whatever, man, it make you think like you want to sing. And I'll do a little, something, but that's about it. Like, I don't go deep into Usher's Confessions type of, Yeah. So, but yeah, nah, just definitely, just music all around. Just if I hear something I like, I'm definitely gonna get inspired by it, or hear a rhyme scheme or something like that. I'm just like, yo, like I can do that. Like, let me see what's up. But yeah,
Here comes Peter Cottontail, hopping down the bunny.
I was about to say, I didn't even get to my bunny yet.
I didn't get
Oh,
to it at all. I'm over here adding
Kurt,
clouds and stuff still.
you better get to that. Y'all both
Let's
better
put a
get. No, I'm just
background.
kidding. No pressure ever. Ooh, y'all, how y'all feel about Peeps?
I love Peeps.
I'm sorry, I never liked them. I can't.
No, because I mean, I feel like that's the common reaction. Kurt's the first person I ever heard say you
Really?
like Peeps.
You
Yeah,
don't like
First
Peeps?
one.
you like Peeps?
Hell
I never.
yeah.
I always hear people
I
hate on
can't.
Peeps. I love that.
Nah,
for
I
you,
like
Kurt.
the Peeps. They're like just like marshmallow.
Yeah, the little, but they got the bunnies. They got the chicks. I don't know if they got any other fancy things. Yo, they be coming out with crazy Peep flavors, like like cotton candy. That's nah. But they had like Coca-Cola. They had like cinnamon ones. Like, you know how they got the Red Hots? They had like Peep flavored. Nah,
I'm
like
not
or
vouching
Red
for
Hot
the
flavored Peep.
Coca-Cola Peeps. Just the regular ones though, like the purple and the yellow ones.
Yeah.
But to each his own.
The OG. Damn, Kurt going crazy. I'm also not a big marshmallow person.
Okay, that's
Like,
why.
Yeah.
Me neither.
Unless we
I
roasting
love
some marshmallows.
That's
Yeah.
a marshmallow though.
Okay, but it's like a whole different. Okay, like, bruh, if you making creme brulee and you just throw some sugar on top, that ain't no creme brulee. You gotta take the fire out and be like,
Yeah, you gotta bring the torch out.
that's what I'm saying. So there's like, toast. Bread isn't toast.
Mm.
It's bread. You gotta take the oven or the toaster and make the toast. It's a whole different like a texture,
That's
a
true.
taste.
I guess.
There's things here. Kurt Donovan, please.
Bodega Gab.
Amen, brother. How did the name Lord Bezzle come to be about? Or LBezzle?
So, man. So growing up, I had like a lot of nicknames. So a lot of people don't know like my real last name is actually Smiley. Yes. My last name is Smiley. I have 4 brothers. We're the Smiley Boys. And my first nickname ever was just Smiley. And then I go to college, and hilariously, they would not make fun of me, but like they would let me know how light skinned that I was. It's like I know I'm bright, and I light up a room. I get it. So they called me Light Bright, or LB. That's where actually it originated from. A lot of people don't know this story. Actually, it's funny. So
Exclusive.
yeah, this is very exclusive. This is very exclusive. So everybody was calling me LB. So that's where the LB came from. Then, as time went on, people started coming up with what they thought L and B stood for. So believe me, I've heard all the names, good and bad. We're not gonna get into all that right now, but they would just say L and then something else. So it was LB, and then they would make up words that like made no sense. Like one person called me like El Beclarios. I'm like, what is a Beclarios, bro? Like, what is that? El Bicero. I'm like, dude, like, so they're just dragging out the B. Yeah, they're just dragging out the B into whatever it is. And so one day it was just, I don't know, we was talking about time or something like that. And then there was just like Bezzle or whatever like that. And it was like, yo, LBezzle, the Bezzle. I'm just like, oh, that sounds hard. Like, but I didn't really think nothing of it. And then as I got older and as I went, I noticed people were just calling me Bezzle or just or LB, but I liked how the Bezzle sounded. So when I got into this music, I was like, oh, my name is LBezzle, you know? A L for a blunt and a bezel for time. It's smoking time, baby. You know, so. And then more time went on, I met Thorough. Thorough Entertainment are the ones that gave me the name Lord Bezzle. I walked into like their production group one day. I walked into their store one day, and they were just having we have fun, man. So we always be talking and joking. I don't know how it came up, but I don't know how it came on the topic of my name or whatever. But Beggs just looked at me. He's one of Thorough Entertainment. He was just like, Lord Bezzle. It was so funny. And I was just like, yo, that sounds hard, because we were talking about like an album or something that I would do with them, and he was like, Lord Bezzle, that album. We were like, yeah, you know. So that's how I got the name Lord Bezzle. So shout out to Biggs and Joey, man. Thorough Entertainment. I love y'all.
Some people just be, throwing in I mean, but this is good too. I kind of love when I hear this, when people are like, I got my name off the Wu-Tang generator.
Oh, like Chat GPT, your name, like AI gave you your name or something.
Like, bro, I mean, damn, like, but yeah, yo. AI taking over. Everyone and their mother. We even got South Park episodes out here, like, made by Chat GPT. But
Really?
yeah, that was a whole thing. Literally. So, first I think they made an episode about AI itself, but then, or maybe that is the episode, but either way, the writers of South Park had Chat GPT write them a whole episode. And they
And they screen it and they let everybody know that it was Chat GPT.
Yeah, I'm assuming that's how people found out, but yup, they just went through with it. Boom, bang. Here we go. I gotta watch that. It's
Do
been
they
a
have
minute
like
for South Park.
ChatGPT for like ghostwriting?
Definitely. I'm pretty sure they do. I've seen bitches, like, we got the fucking bakers getting recipes off of Chat GPT now. It's like, damn. Like, I don't know. Just
like, imagine AI giving you the best recipe for a souffle. Like, how does that happen?
I hope so. Yeah. Nah, shit like that it'd be scary sometimes.
I would use ChatGPT in high school just to get like mad, just like essays and shit like that.
Really?
Well, I did.
And was it like popping?
Of course.
Shit.
I didn't get that
wasn't,
far
like,
in
super
school.
known. It was super known.
I was gonna say one time, and bruh, I mean,
How far did you get in school?
Oh no, I mean not like I don't know. I graduated college, class of 2011,
Oh, I
Kane
thought you said you
University.
did far.
No, I mean I didn't get that far as to hit AI, so I can get help from AI.
yeah.
So unfortunately, I couldn't Chat GPT an essay. You know, I had to write out 10, 20 pages, 30 pages, and it's just like really, like.
yeah, I'm not gonna lie. When it comes to essays and stuff, I ain't never did nothing like that. The one thing I did have, like, this is my favorite. So sorry, yo, not the best at that math, but
I sucked at math.
the
Don't
one.
worry. No, don't worry.
Oh my God.
No, they held me back in math. I was a senior taking math with the juniors because I'm terrible at math. I can't do it. I can write you an A+ essay, but I can't do math.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, writing was my strong point. So if anything, the writing I ain't really need help with. But math, they used to have like the shit, you just scan the page and it like pops up with the answer, and I used to be like, yeah.
All the answers in the back of the book.
Not with us, bro. Well, at least like when they hand you the worksheets and shit, fucking bullshit. Suck my dick. But school. That's something
school.
I literally have nightmares that like I wake up and like I get a call and they're like, we know you cheated. You have to come back. Like everything's like illegitimate. Like we're taking your fucking diploma. Like,
Taking it away.
I'm like, no, please. Yeah. Oh my God. You literally have nightmares at school.
I would have been like, I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a shit.
Can't take this away from me.
How was life growing up in you said New Brunswick? How was that?
It was when I was a kid, there was actually a lot of families there, and then when Rutgers started taking over, a lot of the families left, and then me and we were like the only family like out there. It was mad funny. Like we're like the only family we were the only family house on the block, and it was not my college students everywhere, and it was pretty much nothing out the ordinary, but just drunk college kids everywhere. Like you would just walk down the street and just people just throwing up on the corner. It was just like, oh, okay, it's happening again. So
Well, trust me, where I come from, we got a whole lot of that shit.
Yeah. It gets real. I don't understand why people drink to that point, but I guess to each his own. Or people are trying to escape reality and stuff. So it's just like if you're gonna drink, don't drink to black out. Don't black out.
Right.
Sip a little bit. Drink responsibly, people.
Amen.
If you're gonna do it.
Have you ever blacked out before? Have you ever blacked out before?
I mean, I've never blacked out. I just fell asleep. Basically, there was one time I just fell asleep with like all my clothes on, like my coat, my hat, everything. I was waiting for my boy to come so we can go to this party, and he never came. So I woke up at 6 a.m, fully clothed with my coat on, like puffer jacket and all, like hoodie and everything. Yeah. So, but nah, I always was responsible drinking. Like I definitely had, obviously I had to find my limit, which you find your limit when you go over your limit. But
True.
I didn't really have any I don't have any bad drinking stories, really. I have some funny
do
ones.
I was just talking about that yesterday.
I don't have any bad drinking stories at all. It's funny. Like now that I think about it.
But I was always scared to black out. Like I'm scared
Yeah.
to like not know what I'm doing and just like I'm just like an active participant, like not a participant in my body and just running wild.
Yeah.
It's kind of wild. What about you, Gab?
Crazy drinking stories. I mean, like, I've done like my fair share of shit, but nothing crazy where like, oh my god, someone. If anything, the crazy shit was happening around me, and I was just witnessing it. But like, it's not like I was found in a fucking bush somewhere or like. If anything, I just remember, this kid's, and that's what I was saying. Like, I pray for the youth because, like,
For real.
because so many people could go towards like a worse path, and but I was just a kid bullshitting. So kids, that's what I'm saying. Just drink responsibly. But because I know I can't stop the children from fucking drinking. But I was at like this kid's Sweet 16, and I remember we had like the gallon of Henny in the bathroom, and like the parents are out in like in the dancing hall, and we're just in this bathroom like down in this Henny. And I remember this was a dude Sweet 16. They're about to bring him out, and we're like all like coming out the bathroom like, yo, and they're like, shit started. Yo, we walking onto this dance. We're like, oh. The rest of the night was crazy. And I do remember at one point like crawling up the stairs. So like, haha, that was crazy. But yeah, thank God, nothing too extravagant.
We're glad that you're still here with us.
Amen. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, some motherfuckers, they be doing the most.
Yeah, a lot.
We don't need that. Drinking is a crazy thing.
You ever look at somebody who's so drunk, you're just like, I wonder why he got that drunk. Like, I wonder what's going through his mind. Like, what's going on at home? You ever just realize, like...
Oh, yes. For a lot of people. A lot of things, yo. Shit, especially, like, pills are popular today. There's, like, a whole bunch of shit even worse than drinking. And it does. It sucks. We can all get some help. If you know someone struggling, help them out. As much as you can, because some people just can't be helped. Sorry to say, unless they help themselves. Like that's what I'm saying. You gotta stand up for yourself at some point and be like, yo, this shit is no bueno.
You gotta take charge of your life, man.
Facts. Take charge of your life.
Amen.
Don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs, kid. Or if you do, like, literally just smoke, bro.
Nah, facts. Like
Smoke some fucking butt.
Some fucking weed and you'll be good. You'll be
that's
okay.
all you need. Weed, that's not even a drug, bro. Like
That's what I'm saying.
it's a plant.
It's an herb.
Medicinal.
But nah, that's all you need. You should be chilling off that.
You got any like crazy bud stories? Cause that like not crazy bud stories, cause no one's getting
I got
fucking
bud stories
wacky off
every day.
I got some.
the bud. But like
So
yo,
is
when you were
Jace.
younger, when it was like illegal and shit, and like running from the fucking.
Yeah, running from the feds and all that. People think the cops are on them for selling dimes. Like, it's so funny, for real. Like, yo, they start looking left to right, bro. You're selling dimes, bro. Like, they're not after you. They want the guy who's 10 guys above you because he's bringing in like the 100 pounds from China or wherever it is coming from, But yeah, no, I all my weed stories were fun. Like, I don't think I had any bad experience with. All right, so I did have this one. I wouldn't say it's a bad experience because I just did it to myself. Like, I knew what I was doing consciously, and I just did it anyway just to see how much of a badass I was. And I'm not that much of a badass when it comes to this because I had this edible, which I'm not. I don't do edibles anymore, okay? I just smoke.
Is this why?
Yes, this is why. I do not do edibles. Do not give me one. And I have people that give me edibles for free and stuff like that. Like, yo, you want to try this? No, I don't want to try it. I love you. You're cool, but I don't want to try what you have to offer. So I thought it was a good idea to wake up. And I had work at 6 in the morning. So it was a work from home job. So I was like, okay, cool. Mind you, I think I've probably gotten 4 hours of sleep that last night. And I didn't eat anything. And then I wake up and I'm just like, I'm hungry. I'm tired. And I was like, oh, but I have this edible here. Now I'm just staring at it and I'm just like, you know what? Why not? I would soon later regret this decision. So I took it. I took half of it, and I was like, I'm not really like feeling anything yet, because I thought I wouldn't. And I started feeling it, and I was like, oh, okay. I was like, this must be it. It wasn't. So I took the rest of it, and then right after I took the rest of it, the initial one hit, and I was just like, oh my god. So an hour passes, and both hit. And at this point, I am leaning off the side of my chair, sweating profusely, talking to people. I used to work for 811, talking to people about 811 is basically if you're digging in New Jersey and like, you ever see those color lines on the road? Like the yellow lines and the orange and the green, like that's how they mark the lines so that when they dig, they don't hit them. So like I was the one that they have to call and I have to like map them out and like they have to tell me like where they're digging at and I would have to map them out. Yeah, I don't think anybody got mapped out that day. Like, I was messing everybody's maps up. They were like, yeah, we're going to dig 25 feet to the left of this and 25 feet to the right. And I'm over here mapping out, like, 2,500 feet. Like, I'm over here just, like, I'm messing everybody's tickets up. And, yeah, that was the last time that I took an edible. And I don't think I will anymore because I was literally sweating like I walked through Dorney Park or something like that. Like, there was just water just coming out of my forehead. And I was just like, yeah, this is it. I don't even know how I was even talking to these customers. Like, they were just like, yeah, we just need this, we did this. I'm just like,
That's the thing about edibles. You don't know how high you're about to get.
Oh, no.
Exactly.
It's a very slippery slope. And that's what I'm saying. Like, if you
I
got
slipped.
an edible, yeah, like, wait like motherfucking, especially if it's like your first time or some shit. Like, take this much, wait like 3 hours. I know what you're thinking. I know you like, this shit ain't hitting. This shit is bullshit. Just wait a little bit. And if after 3 hours, take a small another piece. Don't be like, fuck this, I'm down in the whole thing. Nah, bro. Just, it's gonna come. All right? It's
going to hit you.
Just
like, it's going to hit.
take it all in and sit the
Just
fuck
relax. Yeah, just wait on it. I was being impatient. And that's why, it just came back and haunted me. So,
As it do.
don't take edibles, guys.
They be hitting you with that 1-2 with the edibles.
It's too much.
And yeah, have the people, especially when people are like making them at home. I know damn well, you don't know the milligrams and the, like my boy, like,
don't know.
I know that it's gas, and thank you for that, but that's what I'm saying. Like, let's not be acting like we the, dispensary out here.
You will soon find out that you are not.
Amen.
I'm telling you.
Amen. Everybody, anything you're doing, just be responsible with it. All right?
Real.
Exactly, that's it.
Have a little good time. But yeah, we got more art over here, yo. My boy got the gas.
Oh, yeah.
Always.
Got the
billion
posters
bars.
right here.
And yeah.
I think I took one of these home with me after the Bad Minds show.
Mad Minds?
Yeah. So these are this is your like logo or is this like an art piece? that you made?
So these are all my song covers. My song and my album covers, basically. So every time I do a song, my boy Anarch V, shout out to Anthony. He does all these covers for me for my songs, and he goes crazy on them. I love him to death. And here's the very, very blessed thing about me meeting him is I don't tell him what to do. I send him the song, and he feels like what it is. And the funny thing is, I always have a small image in my head as to what I think it's gonna look like, and it ends up being exactly what I acutely think it's gonna look like. The first one that he ever did for me was for Apocalypto. Was when I have a blindfold on my eyes, and it's like how did you know to do that? Because that's what I did in my Mad at Us video, and he's never seen the Mad at Us video. So when he did that for the first song that I pretty much put on all DSPs, which was Apocalypto, it's almost like he took like a page out of that song and that was the cover, and I was just like, how did you know to do that? And I just knew that we knew each other souls for years, and that's basically how. And off of the strength of that, I knew that he was supposed to be on my team. So
I definitely love that. I appreciate people that you just meet, connect with, and you just like know, like it's one of your people, yo.
oh yeah, you're gonna know, and that's the thing. Like you just get this feeling, like you ever just walk up to somebody you don't even know, and you feel like you know them forever. Like it's like yo, or it's like one person, yo, I want to get to know you, or like yo, who are you? Like that, you've known them for a very long time. You known them you worked with them in the past, and you are going to continue to work with them, you know, to bring God's vision to fruition, and that's just what it is. So I know how I feel when that happens, and it's just like automatically, it's just like I got you, you know. So
I do. I have people all the time that like I just like it's an overwhelming feeling, but I'm like I have to talk to you. Like I know like there's some people I just see and I'm like I may not ever see you again, so I know like I got to make that connection right now, and it's for a reason. And I definitely believe in like platonic soulmates and you know like those friends and people that you keep around that are just they were meant to be for you. People, it happens. It's a beautiful thing.
That is a beautiful thing to think about. So do you guys think that like everybody and everything happens exactly like how it's supposed to?
yes, we've been here before. We've lived this, like we almost lived this life before already. It's already pre-written in the text in the Akashic records, you know, and we just playing it out. And you know, after it's done, it's just go to the next level, you know.
Do you also, let's take it a little deeper, do you believe in like different dimensions?
Oh, don't get me started. Yes, there are 15 dimensions.
Oh, my boy got the number.
Oh, yes, 15 dimensions. The top three, 15, 14, and 13, are what's called the primal sound fields of God. God is is light, vibration, and sound put together in the grand scheme of everything, because that's what we are, you know. And then after that, you can't go to like these places. Like these are like primal places, like the seed of God and everything. And then there are 12 dimensional places underneath there where you can actually, these are like where other beings are. I don't know if you guys ever heard of like the avions, then the Lyrans, which are actually liquid light beings that they reside, the Anunnaki and everything like that, Dracos and stuff like they reside in these other dimensions. We're obviously in the third dimension, but you can anchor in the next dimension higher, which is why they say the fifth dimension you can anchor in 5D now, because we are coming up out of a three-dimensional reality, and you can anchor in these different dimensions here and actually live in accordance with them in this lifetime. So we're actually turning where our DNA is turning crystalline at this point, and it has different. It gets very deep. Like I can get like very deep in it. But these other these other dimensions. That's where these other beings they come and they can come into this reality, and they're not. Some of them aren't supposed to, but some actually, just like Jesus was. He was able to come down and do what he did, you know, and lead by example, and that's the example that we're supposed to follow, you know. But yeah, you're definitely multidimensional. There are other aspects of you that are living simultaneously with you right now. There could be I know some people that met like their doppelganger. Like I know like these two girls, like they look exactly alike, like exactly, and they look like you a little bit, you know. And if you're lucky enough, you'll meet one of your other aspects. And then there are ones that are living in other countries and they're simultaneously here in other dimensions as well that are you, and they're helping you because they are you, and you're living like all these lives. It's just you're just conscious of this one, you know, and it's man, it gets really it gets really like intricate. You know, I don't know if you guys ever heard of an oversoul or a monad, which is like supposedly like who slingshotted you down. Like it's God, and then it's like the 12 tribes basically, and then these 12 tribes are actually like 12 like oversoul beings, and they slingshot down multiple like thousands of us down here. We're what's called the ground crew. So we do everything on this level, as above, so below. We have to do things on this level in order for it to affect the higher levels, and the higher levels affect the lower levels. And it's all working. It's all going like this into one. So yeah, we're very multidimensional. You can way back in the days. That's what the pyramids and everything. They had stargates and portals and stuff. They were freely going to all of these places, and then everything got lost. The stargates are still on planet Earth, though. There's 12 of them, I believe, and they're in different locations. That's a whole nother conversation.
Stargate. What's a Stargate?
This is how you can get to other dimensions, and you can get to other star systems, because there are beings actually that live in these star systems, like Sirius B. That they say Jesus actually comes from Sirius B. I don't know if you guys know about the North Star, which is also called Polaris, which is supposed that's where all souls, when souls get sent down here, they get funneled through there, and then they come out, and you can like it's like a whole system in place, But it's very very intricate, and it can get kind of you can get lost in translation, But
The rabbit hole.
yeah, oh yeah, it's a deep rabbit hole, yeah. But it's you have to take a master class basically. I don't know if you guys heard about the Cosmic Wars. That's basically what happened in like the beginning of the universe. It's very sad what happened actually, but if you ever have a chance, just look at like look at the cosmic origins of like the universe and stuff. Like there's people that know it. People have to actually have to channel this information. You can't find this on Google really, unless somebody channeled it and wrote it down. But yeah, it's very real and it's very deep what happened, and we're here to we're here to save. We're here to save those who want to be saved. Not everybody wants to be saved. So.
I believe that. For sure. You got any, like, I don't know if you're going to say something different, if it's just simple for you, but what do you believe happens when we die?
Oh, boy. Me personally, I have like 3 different outcomes for this. I have like 3 different answers for this. One is you loop right back around, and you come back as a different being, and thus why some people can account what their past life was, or you can do past life regressions and stuff like that. I believe it's like a choice, but it's not. So one, you just loop back around and you're a whole nother, heaven and hell are here, So it's like heaven and hell, it's heaven and hell to human beings are mind states. If you're depressed, you're in hell. If you're in a good mood, you're in heaven. That's just what it looks like in the 3-dimensional version of it. Then there's the aspect of which, obviously you die, you go to heaven, you see everybody, that passed before you and stuff like that. I kind of truly, I believe that, you go to that spiritual plane basically, and you're just meeting everybody. And then I believe there's choices after that as well. And then the other idea that I have was basically you just go to the next level. So if it's 3D, then all right, you're going to be in then each density has 3 layers. So you're going to go to the next density basically. So which is like our crystalline light bodies basically. But in the grand scheme of things, the one answer that I lean most toward is basically like we're going to the astral realm, we're going to the spiritual realm, and you're gonna just meet everybody that once died, and it's eternal bliss, It's but it's also, you're gonna feel some type of way if you haven't lived your life right, If you haven't lived your life right and then you find out you died, like you might be a little upset.
Right.
So it's a couple of it's too much of a mystery for me to pinpoint like one answer, you know, because it's just like we live in such infinite possibility that it can be none of those three. It can be all of a sudden we're horses now, and you know, like
Yo, oh my God,
Like
no fucking
reincarnation.
spoiler. I was gonna say, you ever seen? Damn. Well, nah, big fucking spoiler. You ever seen Sorry to Bother You?
yes,
Oh,
When it turned into
bro.
horses at the end.
Bro.
Spoiler alert.
it turns into something completely different. Like it's not even the movie anymore. It's
I
like a
saw
whole
that in
nother movie.
theaters, bro. I was like,
Mhm.
what?
It turned them into workhorses.
That shit was crazy.
Yeah, no, it's different. It has a deeper meaning, but it was one of those movies where it was just like, oh, y'all really went literally with this. Like, oh, okay. And like the whole movie just goes left after that point. You're like, what the hell?
shit
Like,
was
what is
insane.
going on? Yeah, it just got weird. Like, but you know, I understood what they were trying to
Right.
do.
Yeah, great
you
movie.
know, yeah. Yeah, it was definitely a different type of movie.
The things that could happen. Mm-mm. So, what do you want, like, your ghost fit to be when you die?
A ghost fit.
You gonna be like
Just-
a fly ghost, you gonna be like a sheet ghost, you know, like a.
Hopefully they drape me in some tea cozy, yo. That's it. Just bury me in tea cozy.
Amen,
That's
my
it.
boy.
Bury me in tea cozy and make sure that you put 7 blunts in there. I need one for every day of the week. And it has to be 7 different strains, okay? You know I love Kush. Kush is my favorite. I'm a Kush connoisseur all day, you know? So yeah, just give me a couple blunts, drape me in tea cozy. I'm a simple man. I don't ask for too much, you know. Like I'm not, you know. I don't need, you know, a whole bunch of none of this. Just give me my weed and just give me some tea cozy every now and then. I'll be fine. Like I'll be okay. Like I can live my life, you know. But yeah, don't forget the weed. That's it.
Oh yeah. Ooh, big packs.
Yeah, super big packs.
If anything, yeah, just make my coffin like a hemp coffin, just, you know, and it'll absorb me at the end of the day, and then I'll be the bud. I want.
I'll be
Yo,
the bud.
fuck smoking on me. Like, yeah, make me like into the pack. You know what I mean? So you know how they have that whole thing that they're rolling out where they want to like bury people in the pods and you grow into a tree. Grow me into some
Yeah.
fucking gas, bro.
And then smoke you.
Oh, and then you smoke me, cause some people, you know, they want you to like smoke your ashes and shit. I don't know if my
I don't
friends
know
want to
about
do
all
that.
that.
That's what I'm saying. My friends gonna be like, Gab, I don't know about that one.
Yeah, like I don't know.
But the get like the actual Gab pack, like the, you know, you take the nug and woo woo woo. Oh damn.
So you want to be made into weed but not smoked.
Well, like, so
Someone gonna accidentally
My-
smoke you one day.
my body will help the soil. So I'm not the actual bud. I'm just kind of like.
Oh, okay. You're the seeds.
Yeah. I helped grow the seeds. I'm not the actual, like, yeah. You're not smoking on my fingers and shit. Don't worry.
Okay.
So yeah, just a nice strain. Named it after me. I'm under the plant itself. You don't ever gotta dig me up or nothing. It's like I'm just chilling. The Gab pack.
That's dope.
The bodega. I don't even know what I would call it.
Bodega pack.
I think of shit like this all day, like some weed strain names, and like I would love to get into that business. Oh, truly another dream of mine.
Gab gas.
Let's
Gab
get in there,
gas.
yo.
Oh, that's fire.
The cherub chiba, baby.
Bodega bush.
Ooh, the bodega
Burning
bush.
bush.
That would probably be delicious. I love bodegas. Y'all like bodegas? What's your favorite thing to grab at the bodega? We at the store right now. What'd you grab?
Arizona.
Some wraps.
Okay. What's your go-to Arizona flavor?
The peach. Peach
Okay.
one.
Peachy boy. I'm a green tea girl all the way. Day
Oh
one
nah,
shit.
the original green tea one is fire. Like that's my go-to actually.
The best. You ever had the flavored green teas? They got the little like exotic Johns. They have a peach green tea. My favorite though, they have it's like a Fuji apple green tea.
Where? Only in select
Wow.
bodegas.
That's
It's
what
not
I'm
in the corner
saying.
store near my house.
Right,
We got
don't-
other stuff.
Don't be looking for it, because
Yeah.
really, like, I only find it every once in a while, and it's such a beautiful fucking thing when I do. I'm like, woo.
That's at like 7-Eleven or something.
Yo, 7-Eleven. Nah, yo, I don't know if they beefing now, but I went to my 7-Eleven the other day. They ain't have no motherfucking Arizonas. What the fuck is
Word?
going on?
Nah, you ever went to a random ass corner store and it's like the Arizona is like $140 and shit. And it's
I
like,
would blow that bitch up. I've never seen that in my life. I've seen that there's that Atlanta skit where like he brings it to the counter and it's like he rings it up. I think it's like 125 and he's like, it's on the can.
That's what I was about to say.
Like, don't do me like that. Don't even
man,
fucking
you wanna do
try
me
it.
dirty.
Hell yeah, I'm TNT in the bodega if they trying to do me like that.
TNT in the bodega.
But y'all, we had the fun. We had the festive time. Let me see. I see some bunnies coming along, Kurt.
Yeah, y'all definitely
My
got
bunny's
it
gray.
on this drawing.
I like gray
on
bunny.
the art, I ain't gonna lie.
I just want the traditional like white bunny
I've been
route.
looking over. Y'all got
I think you're killing it. I see some like we got angles, you know. We're not
We got
just
angles.
right.
Nah,
There's no
facts.
face.
Thank you for helping me, Gab.
No face, no case. Amen. That's what I'm here for.
No, it's supposed to be the back of the bunny.
Exactly.
You just gotta know.
I tried.
What's he doing? Is he doing something sneaky over there? Is he
Got
like
the sun shining on my bunny.
eating a carrot? I love this bunny. If anything, that's the bunny. That's like the one I want to like take home. Yo, when I was a kid, I remember I had like an obsession with bunnies. I was like, I want a bunny so bad, blah, blah, blah. My parents brought me to like a petting zoo. I
Nice.
went to go pick up this bunny. One, there was like mad dirt on it and it freaked me out. Oh, matter of fact, there
Why
was
there
like,
dirt on the bunny.
I don't know,
He
bro.
was
They
outside?
yeah, but it was like, the bunny was in like mud, bro. So I picked it up. There was like dirt and worms and I felt so bad. I just like, I was a kid. I literally just went, that boy said, woo, and just like ran off. I was like, no. Yeah. And after that, I was like, fuck bunnies. I don't like bunnies like that. I let that boy drop. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I hope that bunny's okay. I hope. I
That's
think
okay.
they
God
only lived
forgives
for
you.
like 2 years. He's probably been long gone, but my boy, I got
And
you.
he's no longer living.
He's going to confront my ass in the afterlife. He's going to be like, I fucking
You gonna tell that story on Easter?
He gonna pull up to you and be like, yo, you remember me, right?
literally, damn, nah, stop. I was talking to a friend about that the other day, or like, yeah, but it was just talking about how they think, you know, or at least like hell, like let's say you're in hell, you get confronted by like every person like you've ever done something like bad to, and like you like gotta apologize, like, you know,
Yes.
because people hate like confrontation, and but that's some real shit. Like imagine just everyone you've ever done dirty stepping in front of you and you're just like,
That'd be awkward.
I believe there is something in the Bible that it says something about that, where like if you don't help somebody or if you like let somebody fall or something, like their iniquity will be held at your right hand. I believe that's the phrase of it. Yeah, it's different. It's just, yeah, so that might be a thing. So yeah, be good to people.
Right.
You don't want
Watch
to
out.
answer. You don't want to answer to that. 'Cause you gonna sit there like
I'd be
there's
like, hey, how are
How
you?
you
where?
doing?
I remember you.
they come here
You know,
often.
they're gonna testify against you in the court of God. I'm trying to tell you, bro. They're gonna come out.
Right.
They're gonna come out that back room, and the whole jury is just everybody that you
Got the
that you
gavel,
did dirty, and
guilty,
it's just like, oh
guilty.
snap, like, you know you guilty. Like,
Done.
are you going to say you're guilty, or are you gonna really call your lawyer up and be like, nah, I didn't do it.
Damn.
You ever heard of the theory that like when you die, like you realize that everybody who was ever on the earth was you, like you lived through every single person, and it's only like you live through one spiritual like soul. So like if you do yourself dirty, like if you do something wrong to somebody else, you're doing it
Doing it to yourself.
So,
That is
I've
true.
never heard of that, but it makes a lot of sense because I forget, someone was even talking about this, or like a YouTube video I was watching, but basically just like when it comes to like our favorite fucking subject here, no, but shrooms, yo. I had like an ego death, and someone else said it, but it was like I was realizing, like, that's what I'm saying. Everyone was me, and I was everyone, and like it was just so crazy. I was like, yo, like that's what I'm saying. It was one of those things.
That's
I was
what
like,
ego
oh
death
no.
is.
Well, no, but there's certain, like, I'm not saying like there's one specific way to go about an ego death, but yeah, like an ego death is when that's what I'm saying. I'm not the fucking best person for this, but my ego death was definitely just like facing myself and realizing that like everything is fucking one, and just I was living like a million lives at the same time, and I just didn't know how to feel about it. It left me like, it was weird. I was like so stuck, but also like it was just all nothing. Like, you know, like I don't know. It's
I have guided many people on shroom journeys to heal their traumas and to get a better sense of self. And yes, this is true. So when you are on shrooms, you are feeling your spirit and you're feeling the interconnectedness that you have with every single being on this planet, period. You know? So what you were experiencing was everybody in and outside of itself, basically. And the great thing about shrooms is you will have an ego death. Are looking at everything from the top down. I remember, I'll never forget my first shrooms experience. I think I took like 4 grams. And I was with my soul sister, Sandy. God bless you. Shout out to Sandy. I love you to death. Oh my gosh. She set the space. She guided me. And right after everything hit, the first thing I said, like we were just laying down on the bed, and I just like got up like Dracula. Like, you know, when you just like whoosh. And I just looked at her and I was just like, why do everybody be tripping for? Like, that was the first thing I said, and I was just like, yo, none of this matters. None of this matters at all. Like, when I say none of this matters, like, and it was so funny how I felt. And I was looking at everything from such a high standpoint that when I was done tripping, I wanted to retain the essence of it, and it goes away. Like, and you might retain it for like a day or two, but then after that, it just goes away. And you're just like, no, wait, I need to have this like stance on life forever. But then I realized that if I have this forever, I'm really not gonna give a damn about anything, and I'm not gonna pay my bills. I'm not gonna go to shows. Like, yeah, yo, your performance tonight, nothing matters. No, I'm not performing. Like, it doesn't matter. So, yeah, so shrooms is incredible, man, especially when you use them for healing purposes and stuff. So, like, it's incredible. Go shrooms.
Amen.
2 points for Gryffindor.
A million. No, but definitely, yeah. The ego deaths, the fucking Kurt. We're gonna fucking drug you. No, I'm just kidding. No, like
wait, Kurt. Have you never done shrooms before?
I was drugged.
What? Are you
Oh my
serious?
God, no. Kurt was drugged, y'all.
Nah. I didn't know it was shrooms, and somebody gave it. It was like somebody gave it to me. I didn't know it was shrooms. And I ate it, and I was like, oh shit. And yeah, and I had to drive and shit, and that shit was like wild.
Don't do this. Don't do this at home,
More power
people.
to you,
Nah,
bro.
But I don't know. I mean, I kind of wanted. I kind of want to actually try it, but it kind of just made me like you ever smoked and were just like a stupid high, like you just started doing stupid shit.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I'll smoke and like stop at a stop sign like it's a red light and wait for it to turn green type shit. So I had like a stupid ass high when I did the shrooms.
Oh man.
So I was just acting dumb and I was like, damn. Well, maybe because I wasn't. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, I want to try it again.
That's interesting though. Like, I feel like it would be a whole different experience because part of it you can just trip yourself out. Like, you know, if you think about shit too hard and then boom, and then you're on the fucking big spiral. But yeah, if you go into it and you literally don't know you're on it, I wonder how that is. Because you're just like, what?
You're like, what is going on?
Right.
Like, you know.
Because sometimes, at least, like the same trip that I had the ego death, at first, it started off so beautiful. I was in the bathroom crying tears of joy, just happy to be there. Like, yo, I kept like, I'm here with my best friend. Like, yo, I was just cracking up. And then it was until something switched, and I just literally thought that he was mad at me. And then it made me spiral, and I was like, everyone fucking hates me, da-da-da. And then, like, yeah, it just, like, everything exploding. Everything's good, everything's bad, da-da-da. Yeah. But we got out, and that's another thing, too. I definitely, for, like, a few days afterwards, I was like, yo, it's all good, bro. Like, we're just all chilling.
It's all right.
And I know, like, I felt like I knew everything and nothing, and it was just bliss. But, yeah, like, you come out of it. You're like, okay, we got to come back here, because I'm going to be a fucking... monk in the fucking forest if
For real.
I stay on this path.
The forest is a good place.
Amen. Let's all be hermits.
Yeah.
I'm with it.
But people, it's been a beautiful one. Let's show the camera our work. Mine's a little scary, pardon me. If anything, I'll explain.
Sun rays on my bunny.
It's
Yeah,
just,
that's tough.
it's a rabbit. And you know
I made
how
the darkest painting of all.
people like to take like the rabbit's feet and stuff. So I was like, oh, poor rabbit.
Oh yeah, like good luck or something
They
like
took
that.
his foot. But think about the rabbit. He's not happy about that.
Rabbit's not. I don't think the rabbit liked it too much.
I made the most of simple.
I think
Minimalist. I love it.
it's like, yeah, I fuck with it so heavy. I like the
a-
fact that you did its back and not like the front.
Yeah, you gotta see the tail. I put the tail brown, but it's probably not gonna be brown. But you had to see the tail, you know.
Layers, like
Exactly.
an onion.
Take shrooms and then just look at the painting, bro. Like That's it.
Might change
They
your
could
life.
be off the shrooms right now.
Exactly.
Maybe that's
we're
what I'm
secretly
saying.
off shrooms.
What's he doing with his back drain? He's like fucking munching on something.
What's he up to?
He's rolling up. He don't want you to see. He's rolling
The
up.
gas. Speaking of that,
Fair enough.
can't wait to smoke some gas.
I got some gas.
Oh, we got the gas.
Oh, shit.
So y'all, what's the message? What are we leaving the people with? What you been thinking about this whole time?
There's a lot of things I've been thinking about.
I know.
man.
I mean, we've
It's
been
a lot.
talking
We
about
covered
a lot.
covered a lot of ground here. The one thing that I just want everybody to get left with is go stupid hard for your dreams, like for real. Like you don't even know that you're living your dream until you're doing it. Like what we're doing right now, like literally. It's not like somebody coming along to hand you $1 million or anything like that. Like we're living it.
Mm-hmm.
Kurt is doing what he loves. I'm doing what I love. She's doing what she loves. There is no, oh, we need to do this, we need to do that. Continue on your path, no matter what it looks like. Things are going to get chaotic, but you have to understand in chaos, everything is getting put back together in the most beautiful way possible. So I will leave everybody with this, which is the light shines in the darkness, and the darkness will never, ever, ever comprehend what that is. There is always a silver lining in every single thing, no matter what it looks like. If you're going through something right now, if you're dealing with something that you've never dealt with before, it is that type of a pressure is getting applied to you so that you can become the warrior that God needs you to become. And I use this analogy all the time. The Spartans did not get that strong without getting beat to a pulp by each other. They were beating each other up so that they can be stronger on the battlefield. So when God applies these pressures on us, it's not to forsake you. It's not because he hates you. It's not because he saw you on a roll and now he needs to throw a stake in your path to stop you. A lot of times you have to sit, you have to regroup, and ask God what he wants of you. God is a man to me. God is a woman to woman. You understand me? God and Goddess. So make sure that you are seeing the light in every single thing that is happening in your life and everything that you're doing. And you're making sure that God is the leader in all that you're doing. Because if God is the leader, the devil can never, never creep up. And the times that devil does creep up, you're going to know how it looks. You're going to see the solutions. When something bad happens to you, you already know the solution already. That's the thing about it. When something is going on or you're sitting there, you already know the solution. It's just how do you go about it? God will establish these steps for you. Never ask human beings for help. Go to God so he can move the right human beings for you into your life so that you can do what it is that you want to do. A lot of times you can sabotage yourself by asking humans. You got to go to God first in everything. And so that's what I want to leave them with. Just go to God directly, and you're going to have every single thing that you need and every person around you to help you to achieve that. And believe me, with the amount of people that's on this planet right now, yeah, you just one or two of them that's going to help you, and God will establish everything for you. So God bless everybody.
You're a perfect guest for Easter because I didn't even go to church today, and I feel like
Oh, yeah, this is church. Yeah,
This is true. Real shit.
Mm-hmm.
Amen. Amen. So yeah, thank you for joining us today. Seriously, like
Yeah, this was a vibe. This is dope. I got to paint.
Right.
This is dope.
When's the last time you've done that? Do you know?
Man, I went to school for art, so it's fun. Actually, I painted a couple weeks ago on my boys' video release video shoot. Actually, they whipped the arts and crafts out. So I was like, where? So I did an abstract painting there. So I feel like God is just like, yeah, yo, get back into it, do it more and more. Cause school took like all my painting and drawing essence out. Painting and drawing stuff that I didn't want to. But that's a whole nother thing. But yeah, I'm slowly getting back to painting. So thank you for this so much.
Of
I
course,
appreciate it.
right. As artists, as creatives, it's hard to find the time to be creative. You know what I mean? Like, because we're all trying to think of what to do for ourselves and how to, but like, you need that no work creativity.
Yeah,
Just spilling it onto the paper.
You don't got to worry about money or nothing. Just create something, because Believe me when I tell you that this world will apply pressure in all types of ways. You feel like you got to get this. It's a lot. Just keeping up with your credit score is just a little too much, okay? Like freaking IRS and taxes and all that. Like you see how the world makes everything so difficult, but everything's so simple, you know? So
Another beautiful one. It's your girl, Bodega Gab, Cherubs Talk, episode 28. Our guest, thank you for joining us. Announce yourselves again. LBezzle, where can we find you at? Tell the people everything.
got you. So my name is LBezzle. You can find me on IG at LBezzle Music. You can go to my website, lbezzlemusic.com. I have all of my show dates there. If you want to come see me for a show, all my show dates are there. If you need my EPK is there. All my videos, things like that. Secret Society, my homie Josh P featuring me is dropping. It's out already. The video is dropping on April 21st. Come out to Rose City Studios to come into the video release party. And you'll see me at Mad Minds on April 23rd. Shout out Turk. And you already know, man. Let's get it. To God be the glory forever and ever, man.
Amen. Kurt, take us out. What's your name, Kurt? What's your full name, Kurt?
My name is Kurt Donavon. I'm the new Cherubs. I'll be here every week. Shout out Bodega Gabriella. Shout out Lower Bezzle. No more Kayla.
She's done. Thank y'all for joining us. Another one.
And another one.